We're just about set to go racing. Before we do, we ask that you please rise. If you could, gentlemen, remove your caps as we pay tribute to our country with the singing of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Baker, Johnson, slow pace as they crawl into turn number 4. Everyone anxious to get started, and here we go. The green is out. Sala to the lead. Baker second. Brothers Johnson racing for third. Jared Miley moving up the inside, trying to get by Keith Rodriguez for fifth. And Sala out in front. Baker is second. Still Davey and Mike will to will for third. Lynn Geisler picking up a spot, passing the 29R of Keith Rodriguez. Keith Barber moving forward in the Comcast 17. Still at Sala ahead of Baker. Mike Johnson and Davey Johnson third and fourth. Jared Miley is fifth. Lynn Geisler sixth. Keith Barber is seventh. Keith Rodriguez eighth. Jimmy Lepro ninth. Brandon Burgoon 10th. Caution on the Speedway. 09 Lou Bradish, a left rear tire flat on the 09. Left rear is flat on the 09 of Lou Bradish, the H&F Trucking Bill Kell Racing engines. Back to back in 02 and 03. He fires off a 4, and the green is back out. Davey Johnson trying to get to the inside of Baker, unable to do so as they race into turn 1. It's still at Sal and Baker. Davey Johnson now to third. Keith Barber moves to fourth. Jared Miley and Mike Johnson in a battle for fifth. Sala bouncing hard over turn 3, but able to stay on the gas. Barber has moved to third, and he's trying to pass Baker for second into turn 1. He'll make the pass going into 1 in the Comcast 17. Baker now third, Johnson fourth. Jared Miley trying to take fifth away from Mike Johnson. Keith Barber has got open motor under the hood. It's a wet racetrack right now, and he's using it to his advantage as he gobbles up the spec motored, less horsepowered cars. Down the back straightaway, the Comcast 17 closing in on Awad Sala as we race into 3. Barbara started 7th. on lap 1 when we return to action here tonight. He is now second. We've got 8 laps down as they head down the back straightaway, and he closes in on Awatala and will pass him for the lead into turn 3. Comcast 17 out in front and pulling away in a hurry. It's Alan Baker second and third, and Barber is slowing. He took the lead and he's headed to the pits, all in the same lap. Keith Barber into pits in car 17 as Atala comes by Chuck Medved in the 2-in. Atala's lead now just a couple of car lengths over Baker. Johnson third, Johnson fourth, Miley fifth, Geisler sixth, Flinner runs seventh. Off of turn 4, Baker to the low side of Atala. It's still Awatala just in front of the West Virginia Rim Rider into turn 1. Into 3 and 4. Atala maintains the advantage. 12 laps are down. We're close to halfway. Sal able to extend the lead a little bit that lap. 12 more laps to go. 12 laps to go. Lynn Geisler challenging Jared Miley now for 5th. Traffic ahead for Atala as he exits turn 4. He's caught the back of the field. Lou Bradish just ahead of the leader as they head into turn number 1. Atala goes to the outside. Bradish moves up. Al has to spike the brakes, and now Steve Baker is on his tail as they head into 3. Atala still behind Bradish. Gets out of the gas, and here comes Baker. Baker takes the lead. Atala now second. 10 laps to go as they head into turn 1. Sometimes when you get into traffic, now Baker gets high in turn 2. Atala's got the lead back. Down the back straightaway, Atala and Baker. With right ahead of them, Lou Bradish. Atala will get by on the low side this time. Baker does the same to Bradish, and they're nose to tail into 1. Davey Johnson still third, Mike Johnson fourth, Jared Miley fifth, John Flinner now into 6th. Lynn Geisler is 7th, Jimmy Lepro 8th, Keith Rodriguez 9th, and Ben Miley 10th. Baker, the second place car, up in turn 3. He's got a problem. He's got something broke on the left front of the car. Looks like a ball joint may have broke on the left front, and Baker is headed for the pits. Baker has problems on the front of his car. He's headed for the pits. Your leader now by himself. Meantime, Lou Bradish just lost the motor in the 09. Big puff of smoke. Big puff of smoke from Lou Bradish. He comes to a stop up in turn 4. Steve Baker, who was running second and actually had the lead at one point, something collapsing on the front end of his car. He's in the pits. So Atala, your leader. And now I believe Davey Johnson will be second. And the green is out. And Davey Johnson pulls alongside of Atala into turn 1, and he'll take the lead. Flinner tries to follow him to second. Here comes Geisler to the inside of Mike Johnson. Atala finds himself in third. The Stout Tax Service 1J of Johnson, your leader, over Flinner in the 48 and Atala in the 02. Geisler is 5th. Ben Miley tried to take 6th away from Jim Lepro. Five laps to go, 5 to go. 3 laps to go as they spread out. Johnson, Flinner, Atala, Johnson, and Geisler, your top 5 down the back straightaway. Off of 4. 2 more times, excuse me, around the Monster Super Speedway. Mike Johnson trying to pressure Atala for 3rd. Atala had such a big lead before that last caution. Just didn't seem like the car took off on the restart, and maybe a little tight as the race has gone on. 1 more lap to go. The Stout Tax Service, Hoosier Tire Mid-Atlantic 1J of Davey Johnson down the back straightaway. This would be his first win since 2005 here at what you would call his home track, where he cut his teeth. The Juice is back at the winner's circle in the Pizza Hut Super Late Models. Flinner 2nd, Atala 3rd, Mike Johnson 4th, and Lynn Geisler 5th. Baker took the lead. Al got back up by. Steve dropped out, and then on the restart with 7 to go, the Juice was on the loose, and he makes his way into victory lane here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. He'll pick up a $100 bonus from Pizza Hut for making it great. Part of the Pizza Hut Winner's Circle program. Got little nieces down here. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dal.
Did you wake up with 7 to go or what?
We just had the hard tires on there, and there's a little muddy there to start out with. The car started coming in a little bit better and Honey had 1 shot there at Al, so we took it.
Did you feel like you had, I saw the previous restart, you almost got alongside of Steve, so you felt like you had a shot?
Yeah, on the starts, our car's pretty good. This Malkus spec motor's real good on the takeoffs. Seems to be a little bit better than the rest of them. Just run them down in the corner and hang on.
Now, this is your first win since you and Bill teamed up this time, but you won a race with him a while back up at Challenger, didn't you?
Yeah, it's quite a few years ago. We've only run a handful of races this year. That's what we planned on. We're concentrating on that Pittsburgh and Challenger for the Fall Fest.
Can you do it again?
I think so.
All right. Davey Johnson picks up the win in the Pizza Hut Super Late Models. For the Rockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models. First of 2 heats, the green is out. Colasar with the lead. Jason Ryder quickly moves to 2nd. Scott Schemp is 3rd. Josh Holtgraver and Bryant Hank running side by side for 4th. Quite a race for 4th. Bryant Hank, Tommy Schernhofer, and Josh Holtgraver. Schernhofer on the inside, will able to pass Bryant Hank for 4th. Hank is 5th, and it's Holtgraver and Justin Lamb. Jason Ryder trying to run down race leader Russ Colasar. 3 laps in. Ryder to the inside of Colasar. Battle for the lead in 4. It's still Colasar in the fast lane. Scott Schemp 3rd. Tommy Schernhofer now 4th. And Bryant Hank 5th. Schernhofer close to the wall, exiting turn 2. Lost some momentum in 4th place car. Tommy Schernhofer closing back in on Scott Schemp for 3rd as they race into turn 3. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Schernhofer to the low side, Schemp to the outside, wheel to wheel for 3rd. Schernhofer makes the pass in the Schernhofer Welding. Woody's towing number 8. White flag this time for Russ Colasar. A lap to go. Bryant Hank now on the inside will make the pass of Scott Schempp for 4th. Off a turn or into turn 3 come your leaders. Russ Colasar. Jason Ryder 2nd. Colasar wins it. Ryder 2nd. Schernhofer 3rd. Bryant Hank 4th. Scott Schempp 5th. Josh Holtgraver 6th. Here we come off of turn number 4. Green is out. C1 and 1C. It'll be the C1 of Ken Chernick grabbing the lead. Pager in the 1C second. Moats in the 15 is third. Here comes Dennis Curry in the 8. Alongside of the 04 of Jimmy Plants. Ken Chernick, your leader out of Green Township. Pager's second, Moats third. Dennis Curry in the 8 is fourth, challenging Moats for third. Tim Stefanik in the 65 runs fifth. Then it's a side-by-side battle between the 12 of Daryl Charlier and the 7 of Rocky Kugel. Halfway, 4 down. Ken Chernick, your leader down the back straightaway. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Ken Chernick has been your leader from the start over points leader Mike Pager Jr. Not much change up in the front. Curry third, Moats fourth, and Charlier has moved to fifth. One more time around the Monster Super Speedway. Out of Green Township, the C1 of Ken Chernick will win the heat race in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Lates. Mike Pager Jr. second, Dennis Curry third, Mark Moats Jr. fourth, and Daryl Charlier fifth. As they come up to speed in turn 4, the green is out. Stalter with a big lead in turn 2, but Lucan closing back in as they head down the back straightaway. Bruce Drystad of the 18D is third. Then it's the 9 of Clayton Kennedy. Joel Johns in the Mach 5 and the 4M of Kevin Miller are next in line. Kyle Luke on the second place car, higher and higher, turn one that time, close to the wall, but he's still in the second spot. Drystad third and Kennedy fourth. Here comes your leader. 2 to go for the Martins Ferry Madman, J.E. Stalter. One more time around. Here he comes, the Martins Ferry Madman, J.E. Stalter. As he laps, James Wagner takes the checkered flag. Kyle Lucan second, Bruce Drystad third, Clayton Kennedy fourth, and Kevin Miller fifth. Pizza Hut. Brad Westover in the 13, Tom Martinek in the 65 as we get ready to go. 7 laps for the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods. The green is out. Martinek grabs the early lead. Tassine moving quickly to second. It's Westover, Kennedy, and Charlier. Tassine to the outside in 3, trying to take the lead away from Tom Martinek. Tassine leads, Martinek second. Chuck Kennedy now with a burst of speed moving into third. And the midway missile, Daryl Charlier up to fourth in the 12. Kennedy low side into 3, slides into second. Tassine out in front. Daryl Charlier now around Tom Martinek and into third. Martinek tries to pass him back in turn 4, but gets way down too low in the mud. And he'll be fourth coming off. Halfway. Chuck Kennedy and Daryl Charlier trying to run down points leader Wayne Tassine. Never an easy thing to do. Kennedy definitely making up some ground on the leader into 3. Two more laps around the Monster Super Speedway. Kennedy closes the gap a little more. Now the midway missile's got to run on the outside. Daryl Charlier, 1 to go. The Johnny's Excavating, DT Dyno 10, the Austin's A1 Bleach A1 of Kennedy, and the number 12, the Beitler 12 of Charlier. It's going to be that way. Tassine, Kennedy, and Charlier third. Tom Martinek's Allegheny Wilderness 65 gets fourth. Brad Westover to 13 fifth. Your Pizza Hut Super Late Models. We got a lot of wins up in those front 2 rows. Here they come off of turn 4. Green is out. Geisler leads, Flinner to second, Miley third, Tommy Beck fourth. Mike Johnson tried to take fifth away from Davey. Geisler with the lead of the Cochran Automotive 1C. Flinner still second, Ben Miley third, Tommy Beck fourth, Davey Johnson fifth, and it's Mike Johnson and Ed Faree as they stand on the gas pedal down the back chute. Here come your leaders off of 4. Geisler leads the freight train. Tommy Beck to the low side of Ben Miley for third into turn one. Stan's Transmissions 91, the Calusi Chevy 99 battle down the back chute. Ben still third, Tommy fourth. Halfway for your leader, Lynn Geisler. Beck again underneath Miley as they head into turn one. Davey Johnson not far behind now in fifth. Faria sixth. Mike Johnson seventh. Beck with a handful that time in turn four. He'll have to follow Miley down the front stretch. And now Ed Free to the low side of Davey Johnson. Free able to make the pass of Johnson for fifth. So the Juice has backed up in this one after that feature win earlier tonight. Lynn Geisler with a big lead here in the Cochran Automotive 1C. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Geisler with Flinner. Beck off the pace. Tommy Beck, who was running fourth, heading pit side of the Stan's Transmissions 91. Ed Faree now closing in on Ben Miley for third. Checkered flag waving. Here come your leaders. It'll be Lynn Geisler going wire to wire for the win. John Flinner second. Third will go to Ed Faree with a high side pass off of turn four. Ben Miley will get fourth and Davey Johnson fifth. So Lynn Geisler gets the win. And the green is out. Down the back straightaway, Brandon Waring with a burst of speed will dive into third. Baker tries to follow him on the inside. Off of four, it's Miley out in front. Luke on second, then Waring and Baker. Steffens, Lepro, and Atala racing hard into turn one. Baker now to the low side of Waring down the back straightaway. Still Brandon third, Steve fourth into three. Baker gets high into four. And Jimmy Steffens on him like a new suit as they head into one. All ones out in front, H1, 1, and B1. Baker in the zero running fourth. Trying to take third from Waring. 3 laps down. Baker now slides low into two, trying to pass Waring again down the back straightaway. Brandon able to hold him off into turn three as Jared Miley shows the way. Baker back on the gas into four, and he'll slide up into the third spot. Awatala trying to get around Jim Steffens, gets high in two, still running back in the sixth spot. Three laps to go, folks. 3 to go. Miley, your leader. Kyle Lucan second. Steve Baker third. Baker trying to run down Kid Kyle for second. 2 laps from the checkered flag. Waring still fourth. White flag for points leader Jared Miley. Kyle Lucan still second, Steve Baker third as they head down the back straightaway. Calusi Chevy H1, Jared Miley brings the H1 to the winner's circle in our second heat race. Kyle Lucan second, Steve Baker third. Brandon Waring fourth. Jimmy Steffens, Alan Sala are next. Green is out. Brandon Burgoon from outside of row 1 takes the lead. Kerry Gasser second, Rich Appolino third. Rich has had mechanical problems the first 2 weeks out in the 77. Trying to get things squared away. Jeff Jones in the 27 is fourth, and it's Matt Dobnak, Tim Gold, and Chuck Medved. Appolino in the 77 trying to close on Kerry Gasser for second. Brandon Burgoon, meantime, not wasting any time out in front. The Garden of Eating Pizzeria, Three Rivers Scrap Iron, Napa Bridgeville 17. Halfway, 4 down and 4 to go. And Brandon Burgoon is really pouring it on here. Yep. With his win last week, he'll be starting back in the 12th spot. Burgoon has caught up to the back of the field. Second race trying to tighten up. Kerry Gasser still ahead of Rich Appolino and Jeff Jones. Off of 4, here he comes. The Three Rivers Scrap Iron 17, Brandon Burgoon. Easily the winner. Kerry Gasser in the 0 second. Rich Appolino 77 third. Jeff Jones in the 27 fourth. Craig the Hammer Kamaker takes the lead. Pat Weldon moving to second in the 45. Bill Robertson in the 1B is third. Bobby Heim in the 92 fourth, and the 20 of Mitch Waterlet. The 11 of Chargin Charlie DiLoretto, and the 9 of Vince Kamaker. DiLoretto, the 11, trying to pass the 20 of Waddlet. Kamaker, the 9 right there is there. That's the race for fifth. Bill Robertson, meantime, trying to put some pressure on the second place car of Pat Weldon. 3 laps are down. Three laps to go. Bill Robertson now right on the back bumper of Pat Weld in that race for second. And the race for fifth continues between Kamaker in the 9, DiLoretto in the 11, and now Waterland in the 20. Back into seventh as Robertson tries to pass Weldon for second. Don Bowerly Jr. has pitted in car 22. Bowerly pitting in the 22. These are the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Brandon Johnson goes a lap down in the 14. White flag waving for the hammer, Craig Kamaker. Pat Weldon still second over Bill Robertson. Bobby Heim trying to hold off Vince Kamaker for fourth. Kamaker to the low side of Heim down the back chute. Checkered flag waving for Craig the Hammer Kamaker. Pat Weldon second. Bill Robertson third. Fourth will go to the 9 of Vince Kamaker. Then Bobby Heim and Charlie DiLoretto. From Robinson Township, the Auto House car is Russ Volpani. Green means go, and there they go. Robert Betts in front. He's got a gang of them behind him as they head into 3. Jake the Snake down on the low side. Up, he moves up. Gets a little tap from Slates. The Simmons 68 out of shape. He's back in the gas now. Schwartzmiller moves to second. Kachuba into third. Dave Slade in the B4 and Jake the Snake Simmons in the 68X racing for fourth. Robert Betts still your leader over Bob Schwartzmiller and Nick Kachuba. Here comes Schwartzmiller to the low side down the front stretch. Bobby will make the pass for the lead as they slide into turn 1. Kachuba now trying to get by Betts for second. Down the backstretch, that battle continues into turn 3. Kachuba now making the pass. Simmons coming back into contention here in the 68X. Jake the Snake moves to third. Betts is fourth. Dave Slade in the B4 is fifth. Halfway. Schwartzmiller starting to trail some blue smoke. Simmons a little out of shape at that time getting into turn 1 again. Kachuba has closed in on race leader Bobby Schwartzmiller. Nick having to spike the brakes there to avoid contact in the back of the 28. You can see the blue smoke billowing behind the 28. 2 laps from the checkered flag. Kachuba dives to the inside of Schwartzmiller for the lead in turn 4. 1 more lap to go. 2 laps to go. Well, Nick Kachuba apparently likes running out front. Got the feature win last week, and he's worked his way to the front of this heat race. He'll take the white flag this time, one more time around. Schwartzmiller second, Jake the Snake Simmons closing in there in third. He leads the point standings. Early race leader Robert Betts is fourth, and that's the way they'll finish. Kachuba, Schwartzmiller, Simmons, and Betts. B4, Dave Slade will come home fifth. And then Mike Mon and Dave McManus. Nick Kachuba wins it over Bob Schwartzmiller, Jake Simmons, and Robert Betts. Dave Slade is fifth. So we move into the amateur stock portion of the evening.
Dan Scheid starting 8th, Tony White, then Kurt Bish and Tom McQuillan. Green flag for Jason Herniak. Gary Catellis on the outside through turn 1. He'll make the pass through turn 2 up to the lead. Now Goldberg takes second away from the 97 Jason Herniak on the back straightaway. Rich Mason now wants to pass Jason Herniak through turn 4 on the outside. Brian Hutchko to the inside of the 22 Rich Mason through turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Gary Catellis opens up a lead over Goldberg now. Herniak back up to 3rd. Hutchko again to the inside of Rich Mason. Blue smoke coming from the back of the 00 Kurt Bish down the front straightaway. He slows to come down to the pits. Gary Catellis still leads Goldberg, Herniak, Hutchko, and Mason. He has a little under half a straightaway advantage with 2 laps to go. Gary Catellis, white flag. Brian Hutchko to the outside of Jason Herniak through turn 1 and 2. He's still there coming down the back straightaway. This is the battle for 3rd. Gary Catellis will take the checkered flag, followed by Eric Goldberg, Brian Hutchko, Jason Herniak, Tony White, and Rich Mason. Green flag for the 55, Danny White. Todd Janis still holds a close second to Danny White. Bronaszewski to the outside of Hannah Ramsey for the 4th position. Justin Pawns almost spins the car through turn 3, but he'll save it. Still single file, led by Danny White, Todd Janis, Sean Graham, and Alec Bronaszewski. Brian Baerbach to the inside of Alec Bronaszewski through turn 4 and down the front straightaway. Baerbach makes the pass through turn 2. Hannah Ramsey. Hannah Ramsey on the inside of Alec Bronaszewski through turn 3. Danny White, Todd Janis, and Sean Graham past Courtney Atkinson, the lapped car down the back straightaway. Danny White leads another one. The 50 of Tyler Carson pulls his blue and silver machine to the pits. The 08 of Alec Bronaszewski blue smoke from behind his car. Also, Courtney Atkinson comes to the pits as Danny White takes the white flag. Danny White, 9th grade student from Chartiers Valley, takes the checkered flag for his first win in the Imperial Heights Garage Young Guns. Let's have a round of applause for Danny White. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You started to pull away right off the start. How was the car tonight?
Pretty good. As long as I held it around the middle, it worked pretty fine and pretty good.
Coming to your first win, what were you thinking on your last lap?
I hope I hit this right. I didn't want to mess up. I was a little worried I was going to not hit it right.
Well, congratulations on your first win.
Into turn number 4, and the green is out. Contact between the front two cars. It'll be Curry with the lead down the back chute. He slows right in front of the field. Wow. And look out, Josh Holtgraver into the guardrail and another car into him. Caution is out. It'll be a complete restart. 65, Tim Stefanik, and the 00 of Josh Holtgraver, the two cars that are crashed over in turn 3. It all started when Curry slowed on the back straightaway in the Mighty Mouse 8. Curry has dropped from the event. Jason Ryder alongside, and the green is back out. Down the back chute, it's Pegger with the lead. Russ Colasar trying to duck under Jason Ryder for second. Ryder second, Colasar third, Ken Chernick is fourth. Daryl Charlier has moved to fifth. Mark Moats Jr., Brian Hank, and Tommy Schernhofer are next. And then it's Justin Lamb and Scotty Shem. Pegger still in front, Ryder second, the Cochran Automotive 1C, and the Yuengling Lager 76. With the Froggy FM Frontier Steel 27C not far behind in third. Kenny Chernick fourth, Daryl Charlier's the Midway Missile fifth. He'll dive underneath Chernick in turn 4, the race for fourth. Charlier able to make the pass. Pager just ahead of Jason Ryder into turn 3. Four laps down. Car length, just 2 car lengths separated. Tommy Schernhofer, last week's winner, has moved up to 5th from 12th. Ryder tries the inside of Pager for the lead down the front chute. Mike still in front. And we got a wreck in turn 2. Caution is out. Caution is out. Jason Ryder just avoiding the 92 of Jamie Beck. Caution on the Speedway. Jamie Beck spinning over in turn 2. Jason Ryder was ready to try to pass Mike Pager Jr. when the caution came out. On the restart, it's still Pager in front, and now Russ Colasar to the outside gets by Ryder for second. Tommy Schernhofer, last week's winner, has climbed to 4th from 12th. Daryl Charlier, the Midway Missile, was 5th. Side by side for second, Russ Colasar and Jason Ryder. Schernhofer in the 8, close to the wall again off of turn 2. Mark Moach Jr. sits in 6th. Pager is where you need to be right now, the leader in the Triple S Auto Outlet. Cochran Automotive, Tri-State Hose 1C. He's loving that hard racing behind him. Jason Ryder and Russ Colasar going at it down the back straightaway again. Ryder just ahead of Colasar for second. Colasar able to close back in off of 4. Schernhofer right behind them in 4th. Charlier 5th, Moats 6th, Chernick 7th, Hank 8th, Kugel 9th, and Justin Lamb runs 10th. Jason Ryder now closing on Mike Pager, the leader, and Russ Colasar coming right with him. Schernhofer joins the mix as well in turn 4. Off of 4, it's just Pager by a nose over Ryder and Colasar into turn 1. In turn 2, Mike Pager by a car length down the back chute. Russ Colasar to the outside of Ryder. The race of the night so far. This is just halfway. Can they do this for another 10 laps? 10 to go. Pager by half a car length over Ryder into 1. In turn 2, it's still Mike by just a car length. Daryl Charlier now has caught the lead draft in the 12 car. Rocky Kugel has moved to 7th. In turn 4, Schernhofer gets high, and Charlier moves to 4th. Tommy drops back to 5th. Pager still your leader. They're closing in the back of the field as well. This could be real interesting here in another lap as your leaders catch the back of the field. Mike Pager has got his biggest lead since the restart now. They're closing back then on turn 4. He seems to have problem in that 4th turn. Everyone catching him there, although his car seems to be very good at the other end of the racetrack. Down the back straightaway, decision time. Your lead 5 cars heading into turn 3. They have caught the back of the field. Pager still in front. He swings by Jamie Beck. Jason Ryder and Russ Colasar follow into turn 1 on the outside. Charlier 4th, Schernhofer 5th. Pager now lapping the 9 of Michael Reft. So far, everyone doing a great job out there as they battle each other in lap cars. Ryder makes the mistake of going low, and Jamie Beck has just spun out. Jamie Beck has just spun the second time, this time over in turn 4. And that means all lap cars will go to the back of the field and get plussed back onto the lead lap. What a battle. What a race. Machine Shop Crate late models for 6 more times around the Monster Super Speedway. Mike Pager Jr. still in front. Colasar has second right now, but here comes Jason Ryder storming on the outside. Charlier and Schernhofer, Hank and Moats, they're all running tight off of 4. It's still Pager your leader. He's got his biggest lead with 5 to go. Contacted twos. Ryder able to save the car, but he loses a bunch of ground. Colasar second. Schernhofer up to third now. Then it's Charlier, Hank, and Moats racing off of turn 4. 4 laps to go. 4 to go. Tim Stefanik in the 65 hit the wall. He's lost his left rear wheel. Maybe they broke the axle. Jeremy Klimuk spun after that in the 22. 65 Stefanik saw the wheel bouncing. I don't know if the axle came as with it or not, but that might have been a result of some damage from that first lap wreck. Something might not have been right on the car and finally let loose. That's just speculation at this point. We are ready to go with 4 laps to go. Mike Pager Jr. still your leader. Tommy Schernhofer second. Russ Colasar is third. Schernhofer's come from 12th. Took advantage of the outside spot on that last restart to move from third to second. Jason Ryder back up into 5th. Hank is 6th. Moats is 7th. Shemp 8th. And Rocky Kugel and Justin Lamb. Daryl Charlier to the low side of Russ Colasar now. The race for third heating up. Bryant Hank off the pace in the 28. Bryant Hank, the Bachman trucking car, into the pits. 1 lap to go. Mike Pager Jr. trying to match Tommy Schernhofer with 4 wins here this year. Schernhofer right behind him as they head down the backstretch. Charlier is now into 3rd and Colasar 4th. Schernhofer slides into 3 on the low side. Pager, though, will win the battle coming off. It's the Cochran Automotive 1C of Mike Pager Jr. winning for the 4th time. Schernhofer 2nd, Charlier 3rd, Colasar 4th, and Ryder 5th. Mike Pager Jr. gets win number 4 here at Pittsburgh, tying Tommy Schernhofer, who made him work hard to get it there at the end. Congratulations. How many? You've won 4 here. How many total this year?
I believe that's, I think, 6.
6 or 7. But have you had to work harder for any than that one?
Oh, I don't know. That was a pretty tight race there. I kept seeing people all over the place.
It looked like you were better in 1 and 2, and some of the other guys were better in 3 and 4. Is that the way you saw it?
Yeah, I had good times in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but I kept seeing the 76 car a couple times on the inside of me. I heard him for a little while, just trying to keep my own race.
Well, you did a great job. It's easy to start out in front and not win it because guys are ganging up on you. Did you have to hold your composure at times, or you seem like you've really relaxed a little bit behind the wheel this year?
It's kind of hard. You know, you want to go faster than everybody else, but you remember, keep relaxed a little bit and just stay calm.
People you want to thank, Mike?
I got to thank my crew, Jeff H., Andy, my Uncle Joe, Lynn's guys for helping me out on the car too, my dad, and everybody goes to the track with me. And, my sponsors, number 1 Cochran, Triple S Auto Sales, Alternative Power Sources, Pager Painting, SS Chassis. I'm not sure who else. Randick Towing, Brian Plumbing, and I think that's about all.
All right, how about a nice hand, folks? Mike Pager Jr., your winner in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models. "25 laps off of turn 4. Pizza Hut Super Late Models. Green is out. Cal Lucon into the lead from outside of row 1. Off at 4, Flinner is 2nd. Gasser is 3rd, Miley is 4th, and Ferree and Geisler. Lucan leads. Lynn Geisler down low, able to get by Ed Ferree. Steve Baker trying to pass him as well off of turn 4 down the front straightaway. 2 laps in. Red Miley around Kerry Gasser for 3rd. Flinner trying to run down your leader, Cal Lucan. Geisler is 5th, Baker 6th, Ferree 7th as they race off at turn 4 down the front stretch. Lynn Geisler to the outside of Kerry Gasser off of turn 2. Not enough room to squeeze by on the back chute. Now Baker to the low side into 3. He gets by Geisler and Gasser. The West Virginia Rim Rider moves to 4th. Caution is out on the back straightaway. We've got a wreck involving the 38 of Jim Steffens. 67X Danny Rich is involved, and the 2M of Chuck Medved is back there as well. 38 Jim Steffens, 67 Rich, and the 2M of Chuck Medved. Lucan hits the gas pedal and the green is out. Flinner to the inside, Miley to the outside into turn 1. Lucan moves up. John Flinner sides up into the lead. Baker way down on the rail. 3 wide for 2nd. Miley goes to 2nd. Baker and Lucan now racing for 3rd into 3. Off of 4. It's Flinner over Miley and Baker. Lucan and Geisler. 5 down, 20 to go. Spec motor, open motor running 1 and 2. Coming at you off of 4. It's still Big John Flinner in front. The Johns Towing, Rivers Salvage, All-American Framers 48 ahead of the Calusi Chevy H1 and the Farm Use Auto Parts Richard Construction 0. The Cochran Automotive 1C of Geisler now moving into 4th. Lucan is 5th for rerun 6th. Burgoon is 7th. 7 laps down. Baker with a run on the outside off of 4, trying to close the gap on Miley for 2nd. 17 to go. Traffic about a straightaway ahead of the leaders. The back of the field just a straightaway ahead of the leaders as they race off of 4. Caution is out. We got a problem in turn 2. 0-2 Awatala. 0-2 Awatala over in turn number 2. The American Environmental Service Todd's Auto Body 0-2 brings out the caution in turn 2. 9 laps are down, 16 to go. 16 more laps around the Monster Super Speedway, and let's go racing. Green is out. Flinner off the outside is the leader. Miley still 2nd, Baker 3rd, Geisler 4th into 3. Caution is out as we got a wreck up in 1 and 2. Brandon Waring up against the wall, trying to drive off from the scene of the crime. Rolling into turn 4. Again, the green is out. Into 1. And wait a minute, we got problems on the back of the field. Caution is out. Caution is out. Wins again up near the front of the field as we get ready to go. Green flag racing. Miley off the bottom has just a bit of a lead, but Flinner will lead him down the back straightaway. Now Baker comes sailing into the picture in the 0. Baker to the outside of Miley, moving to 2nd. Flinner leads. 10 down, 15 to go. Baker to the inside at 1 and 2. Still Flinner in front of the West Virginia Rim Rider. Jared Miley, Lynn Geisler, your top 4. Rich Appolito, or excuse me, that's Brandon Burgoon. Brandon Burgoon, who started 12th, trying to break into the top 5. He and Cal Lucon race wheel to wheel off a turn 4 down the front stretch. Flinner out in front, Baker second, Miley third, Geisler fourth. Burgoon has broke into 5th. Lynn Geisler now right behind Jared Miley for 3rd into turn 1. Close to halfway, close to halfway. Cross flag signaling the drivers, 13 down, 12 to go. Back of the field, straight away in front of the race leaders as they head into turn number 3. Traffic could play a role with 11 laps remaining. In about 2 more laps, they'll have caught the back of the field. Baker closing ground here in turn 4. He is right on the tail of Flinner now. 10 to go. There's lap traffic as they head down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Flinner running a lower line. Baker up high, trying to close ground again. It's still John Flinner over Steve Baker and Jared Miley. Lynn Geisler 4th and Brandon Burgoon 5th. Off at turn 2, Flinner around the 11 of Nick Durant's. Baker staying right with him as they head into 3. Tim Gold gets lapped in the 94 car. Eight laps to go, 8 to go. Steve Baker trying to put the pressure on John Flinner. Clear racetrack down the back straightaway. Jared Miley, Lynn Geisler trying to close back in. Cars headed to the pits. The 94 of Gold, the 11 of Durant's. Baker now with a run on Flinner down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Flinner goes in low. Baker's going high. Here they come into 4 for the lead in turn 4. John Flinner, Steve Baker coming down the front straightaway. They're rubbing wheels as they head into 1. Flinner slides up. He still got the lead. They try to lap the 27 of Jeff Jones. Jared Miley 3rd. Into 3 and 4 another time. Here they come again. Flinner now knows Baker's going to be up there. The West Virginia Rim Rider on his tail. 5 laps to go. Jared Miley and Lynn Geisler have caught back up to the lead duo as they head down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Coming off 4 laps to go. Flinner over Baker. Flinner's opened up a bit of a lead. Burgoon still 5th. Lucon runs 6th. It's Kerry Gasser, Ed Ferree, and Davey Johnson. Baker trying to mount a charge here. Again, it's still Flinner in front with 3 to go. Baker has caught back up. The West Virginia Rim Rider within a 2 car lengths now as they head into 3. Into 4. Here comes Baker to the outside, going to try to squeeze by one more time, and this time he makes the pass. Into 1. What a battle we got going on. The West Virginia Rim Rider and Big John Flinner down the back straightaway. Miley is 3rd. Coming for the white flag. 1 more lap to go. The Farm Used Auto Parts, Richard Construction. Richard's Towing 0. The Johns Towing River Salvage All-American Framers 48. The Calusi Chevy H1 third. Here they come. And Baker is going to win it. Flinner second, Miley third, Geisler fourth, Burgoon fifth, Lucon sixth. How about a nice hand for Steve Baker? Whether it was going to be he or John Flinner or Jared Miley or Lynn Geisler or whoever, you knew it was going to be an exciting finish. We'll get his thoughts here. Steve, congratulations on win number 5. This is Bobby Kress. Tonight, Bobby was pulling the inverts for me, and I said, "Who's your favorite driver?" And he said, "Steve Baker."
Well, thank you. We could have done a little better. It'd have been a lot easier if we could have started up front, because that was a fantastic race. We was racing as hard as I have ever raced here to get that one.
What do you think about that race for Mr. Baker?
It was probably the best race he's ever done.
Best race you've ever done, Steve. All right. Hey, let's talk about that battle. You and John, you almost got by him the one time, and then the lap car was there, and things got really hairy.
Yeah, it did. I knew I was taking a chance up there on the outside, but it was the only chance I had. His car was working really good, right, just off of the cushion. I had to get right up on it to make an attempt to pass him. I think we were just as good as he was, but you can't pass him being behind him. So, I had to take a chance going up there, and, we got together that time, and I backed off and got everybody straightened out and took another run at it. And fortunately, he gave me enough room up on the outside to get by.
It's always fun to win, but it's really fun to win like coming down the stretch, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. That makes, like I said, that really makes you work for it. But we really enjoyed it. We had a good run going in the first race. Had an A-frame break, and just one of those things that happens. But again, everything just went our way tonight.
5 wins, I believe, is the most late model wins you've ever had in one season here.
It might be. I don't know. You'd have to ask my brother-in-law about that. He keeps track of all that stuff. But, this race car has just been fantastic. And I can't thank Bill and Michael Bland enough for letting me run their car, and Dave and Harry and Billy and Jimmy and all the guys, and John and all the guys back at the shop that take care of this and just give me a great race car to come out here and have a whale of fun with.
It's a lot of fun with a race like that. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Dow.
How about a nice hand, folks, for Steve Baker, your winner in the Pizza Hut Super Late Models. 12 laps for the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods. Green is out. Clayton Kennedy going to lead lap 1. Tom Martinek second. Brad Westover with a problem here in car 13, trying to get to the pits. May not make it. Westover looks like he will make it to the pits with the help of a super snuffer or two. We still racing. What a race out in front. Young Clayton Kennedy trying to hold off Tom Martinek into turn 3. The Midway Missile now third, and Martinek's going to lead lap number 3. Clayton Kennedy second, Charlier third, Chuck Kennedy fourth, and Kyle Lucon does a 360 in the 8B, catches it in gear, and we're still racing. And a boy, Kyle. Charlier to the inside of Clayton Kennedy, trying to move to second. They head into turn 1. Chuck Kennedy right behind his son Clayton now in 4th. J.E. Stalter, who started 12th, is up to 5th. Tom Martinek is your leader in the 65 car. Charlier second, then the Kennedys third and fourth. Stalter again closing in fifth. Three wide for third, over in turn 4. No more, it's Chuck Kennedy, J.E. Stalter and Clayton Kennedy now fifth. Chuck Kennedy off the wall on the A1, and J.E. Stalter moves to third. And then Stalter spins. Stalter spins in turn 3. And we've got Kyle Lucon off the pace in the 8B as well. Kyle Lucon headed to the pits in the 8 car, the 8B. J.E. Stalter spun over in 3 and 4 just after moving into third. Valley Truck Rental Emons. He's got some hard charges just behind, and he's holding them in, and now he goes, and look at this scramble. We got cars everywhere. .4M Kevin Miller and the 17 of J.E. Stalter are going to be called for jumping on the start, so they'll be penalized either at the end of the race or the next caution for jumping the start. Miller down on the inside may have the fastest horse in the race. Now Lucon has returned in the 8B. Martinek is still your leader, but Miller on the low side, and Stalter in the 17 car, and Stalter runs into Miller and spins again. Caution is out. That's the second caution for the Martins Ferry Madman, but don't worry, he'll be back for more fun. He's always on the gas pedal. And the green is back out. Watch this into turn 1. The Midway Missile on the inside. He usually likes to be up high. Martinek is still your leader. Charlier now to Scene trying to squeeze to the outside as Charlier down the back chute. Kevin Miller, Clayton Kennedy right there as well, and Charlier spins. And Clayton Kennedy has to spin to avoid him. Tough break for Clayton. Midway Missile went around, and Clayton Kennedy had nowhere to go. And Kevin Miller, the second row is all Ohio. I think the 10 car going to get called for jumping. And Wayne Tessine jumped the start. Tom Martinek's firing late, but the guys you can't be alongside of him at the cone, and that's what's happened. Oh, this is going to be a real interesting victory lane if he hangs on to win it without a caution. Kevin Miller has moved to second. Kyle Lucon has moved back up to fifth. One lap to go, one to go. Wayne Tessine and Kevin Miller into turn 4. Checkered flag waving. Strange things happen sometimes, Kevin.
Yeah, I can't. They docked me them 2 spots on that restart, and no one was going. I didn't know what to do. I mean, it ended up good, so I'm happy with it.
Everybody, you know, I guess the rule is you can't be alongside of somebody at the cone, but that's always a judgment call. But it worked out for you, didn't for Wayne.
Yeah, I guess it did. I mean, I'm happy with it, so I don't know what else to say.
3 wins now.
Yeah, that's 3 this year.
People you want to thank.
My mom and dad, Terry Suppa, Brett Rayberg, and he helped us set this car up a little different tonight. Oh, man, this ain't running now. I really want to thank him. That's Always Racing. Krager Race Engines, Terry Suppa, my buddy Wilbur, and everybody that came to watch me tonight.
You know what's cool is, like, usually you're really good when it's slick. Tonight it wasn't slick, and like you said, different setup. It worked.
Oh, yeah, this thing was running real good tonight. I'm very happy.
How about a nice hand, folks, for Kevin Miller, your winner in the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods. "15-lap feature." Whoa, Charlie D. A left and a right, and then straight. It's Mike Mon, though, into the lead from the pole. Man, look at him going to turn 3. They're 4 wide for third. Hold your eyes, folks. Hold your eyes. Cover your eyes, whatever. It's going to get scary. Not for the faint of heart. The Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Look at this down the back chute. Oh, if they come around to the flag stand, it'll be a miracle. Hold on, man. Oh, one off the wall. That's Charlie DiLoretto in the 11. He's still going, trying to go. It's Bobby Heim in front now. Whoa, on the front stretch. Mon and Kamiker come together. Oh, Vince Kamiker into Mon. Bam, into the wall. Betts is slow. DiLoretto is slow. Caution is out. Man, they were trying to wreck from the drop of the green, and it took 2 full laps before it finally happened. But when it happened, it happened. Mike Mon has got a left side flattened by the 72 car and the right side flattened by the wall. The drivers have done their job to keep the checkered flags waving in all directions tonight. Bobby Heim still in front, but man, they're coming. Jake the Snake and Vince Kamiker trying to make it 3 wide. We might have more fun here. Wow. No. Caution's out. We got a car turned around in turn 1. Steve Pirates in the 13. Green is out. Robert Betts has got a problem. He's got a fender rubbing on the right rear tire of the 81. Jake the Snake to the inside of Bobby Heim, and he's got the lead in the more concrete Simmons window cleaning 68X. Vince Kamiker clear on the outside of the 9, trying to move into second. He's there. Heim third, then Kachuba, Kamiker, and Robertson. Oh, into the wall, the second place car of Vince Kamiker. He's got a flat tire. Still going. Green is still out. I don't know if he'll be able to cross the racetrack. Jake the Snake in front of last week's winner, Nick Kachuba. Kamiker still trying to cross the racetrack and will do so. Good job, Vince. The green is out. He gets the star on the forehead tonight. 3 wide for third now into turn number 1. Schwartzmiller, Robertson, and Heim. Heim gets overtaken by the 28 and the 1B. Front 2 are way out there. Jake the Snake Simmons and Nick Kachuba. Kachuba, remember last week's winner, so he started back in row 6. Both Kamaker cars are in the pits. Bill Robertson now into third. Mad Custom Exhaust, NJ Associates 1B. Good buddy Bobby Schwartzmiller is fourth. The Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance, Denny's Restaurants 28. Then it's Pat Weldon, Bobby Heim. But the front 2 are straight away ahead of the others. Jake the Snake Simmons and Nick Kachuba. Kachuba hard into turn 3, actually closing in just a bit going into the corner. Past halfway now. 6 more laps to go. Five laps to go. Bill Robertson trying to run down the front 2, maybe making up a little ground, but he's got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Without the aid of a caution, there's no way he's going to make up that time, that distance. Kachuba again into turn 3, able to pull right up on the back bumper of Jake. Simmons seems to be in the fast lane coming off. Still 4 more times around the racetrack, so things could change, and they're getting in, catching up to the back of the field as well. Pat Weldon has moved to 4th in the 45. Kachuba really starting to put the pressure on Simmons. 3 laps from the checkered flag. Lap traffic back of the field right there. The leader's trying to get by. They've got clear sailing now for at least another lap. Kachuba really starting up again. Apply the, oh, caution. We got a wreck in turn 1. It's the B4 of Dave Slade. That's Chevelle. That car has turned many a lap here. That's one of the original back in the day spectator stock. We've got somebody putting down a lot of moisture there right in the racing groove. I don't know if it's water or oil. Might be out of the 13 car. Kachuba coming back onto the racetrack. Green is out. Good restart for Jake the Snake. He's got it in overdrive. Bobby Schwartzmiller trying to take third back away from Pat Weldon. Bobby Heim is 5th. Charlie DiLoretto quietly back up into 6th. Remember, he was in the pit, changed at least 1 tire after glancing off the wall. Simmons trying to win his 3rd of the season and Pat his points lead. Less than 2 laps from the checkered flag. Kachuba is going back into the pits. Kachuba pitting again in the 10 car. Down the home stretch. The more concrete Simmons window cleaning 68X trying to win number 3 of the season. Off of 4, points leader Jake the Snake Simmons will get the checkered flag over Bill Robertson, Pat Weldon, Bob Schwartzmiller, and Bobby Heim. The winner, Jake the Snake Simmons, and the more concrete Simmons window cleaning. Damage Incorporated 68X. Congratulations.
Thanks. It's been a while. I was starting to think I couldn't win no more.
It's not easy in this class.
It's not now. They opened up all the rules. Anybody can win it any given night. This car here that I'm running, it's 11 years old, so I've been running this for a long time.
Well, you know what? Wayne Tessines is probably older than that, and you guys just keep winning. So, hey, why change, right?
That's right. I watch Wayne every time he runs, see where he's running, see where his car's working. I try to go where he does, but he runs too high against that wall.
You don't like it up there?
No, that thing scares me.
You get a nosebleed when you get too high.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
People you want to thank.
Simmons Window Cleaning, More Concrete, Allegheny Recycled Products, and all my crew here.
All right, how about a nice hand, folks? Jake the Snake Simmons, your winner in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks.
Gary Catellis takes the green flag. Rich Mason moves up to the 4th position through turns 3. Goldberg to the inside of Gary Catellis for the lead down the front straightaway and through turn 1. Goldberg still inside, coming down the back straightaway. Goldberg gets loose through 4, but he's still next to Gary Catellis. The battle for second between Rich Mason and Brian Hutchko, but they both want to try to move into the battle for the lead. They're 2 by 2. Brian Hutchko bumps Goldberg in front of Gary Catellis. Hutchko follows behind Goldberg now, and Gary Catellis has to settle for 3rd. Mason back to the 4th position. Goldberg still leads over Hutchko, Catellis, Mason, and Herniak. Rich Mason spins in turn 3. Everyone seems to have avoided contact. Caution is out. It's gold flag for Eric Goldberg. Herniak almost spins the car through 4, but saves it. Goldberg still leads with 3 to go. Followed by the battle for second, Hutchko and Gary Catellis. 22, Rich Mason. Already back up to the 5th position after spinning. The 60 of Brian Hutchko spins in turn 4. There's contact with Mason and JJ Opachin. But Mason keeps going, as well as JJ Opachin. Eric Goldberg takes the green flag out of turn 4. Leads the pack down the front straightaway. Gary Catellis was locked to his bumper. Now they start to fan out through turns 1 and 2. Gary Catellis now to the inside of the 714 Goldberg. Coming down the front straightaway, they were wheel to wheel for the white flag. Dan Deschide slows in turn 1. Apparently he has a wheel locked up. Meanwhile, through turn 4, it's Goldberg. It seems to be Goldberg over Gary Catellis. He will get it, followed by Rich Mason third, JJ Apachin fourth, Jason Herniak fifth. Let's have a round of applause for Eric Goldberg. Congratulations, Eric.
Hey, thank you very much.
Seem to be much better than the other guy that drives this car.
Oh, I'm not saying that. You know, we had a problem with this car the last couple of weeks, and we were trying to figure it out while I was away on my vacation. We couldn't get it figured out, and a friend of ours at the track tonight, I got to go out to AJ Pooljack. He figured it out for us. He got me back up front today.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
I got to thank AJ and my sponsors, Scottman Transmission and South Hills Car Store, and my buddy Ron that helps me every week out of the track here.
Well, congratulations, Eric.